What are the uses and the purpose of a ground wire in an electrical application? Well, simply put, the ground wire may be a safety wire, a wire that could prevent one from getting shocked, prevent one's house from catching on fire, preventing the insulation from burning on the wire, etc. So, this copper wire is the ground wire. We will take this old drawing and use a hypothetical here. This was a drawing for a garbage disposal. This is the wire, this is the breaker box, feeds down, switch, breaker, feeds in. So let's take this and say, okay, this ground, hypothetical, this wire had no ground. We got a short to ground in this, and say this casing were metal. Well, one walks over to it, whether it be a garbage disposal, a washing machine, etc., and there was no ground and there was a short, there may be a potential for one putting their hands onto this physical side, which is the load side, and getting shocked. So, if but the concept is if one has a short, it back feeds through this wire, through here to this is the ground, literally the ground, and a grounding rod going into the ground, and it back feeds, it trips a breaker, it dissipates. So, and this happens very quickly. It should happen uh, very quickly. So let's take the reverse side and say there was no ground. Okay, one could get shocked here, the wire could begin to heat up, and it could begin to melt the insulation off of the wire. Some of the old wire back in the day may have even had cloth wiring with no ground, which could be a potential. So one needs to have a ground when hooking up electricity. So let's rehash. Ground, load side, let's say this is garbage disposal, this is a washing machine, just for illustrative purposes. So, no ground, walk over here, touch the body of this, has a short, there may be a potential of getting shocked. But what happens when the ground goes here, there is a ground wire connected like it's supposed to be, goes back, trips the breaker, bam, the electricity is no longer live. The excess power is just dissipated. So again, with a ground wire can be a safety wire. So again, out of this is a hot, neutral, and a ground wire. And the ground wire is a safety feature that, in my opinion, needs to be connected when the electricity is there. So, again, no ground, load side, metal, touch could be dangerous. So, with the ground wire, boom, back feeds through the ground wire in just a matter of seconds. Breaker, boom, breaker is tripped. This wire becomes dead. There's no electricity flowing because the electricity has stopped here. And so one needs a ground wire for one, safety, two, to prevent any damage to your appliance or home or whatnot, whether it not, even if it is a minor situation, it's just so anyway, the ground wire is a safety wire. So again, hot, neutral, and ground. this is for your safety.